This happened to me uh, in 1976 when I was traveling in Tanzania in East Africa. Uh, I say traveling, basically I was backpacking, mostly on foot. Um, and I had this old army surplus sleeping bag slung on my shoulder. And it was really a pathetic bag. A lot of the feathers were gone, and it was, like if you took two really skinny footballs and smushed them together. It was about that size. And it had this really dinky strap, to hang it. So, anyway, I got into Dar es Salaam well past dark. And I didn't have much money, so I decided that I would economize by sleeping in the park or, some out of the way place. So I was going through this plaza area, and it was, really dimly lit. And like all of a sudden I got jumped by these three guys. And the biggest guy grabbed me by my shirt front, and he put a knife at my neck. And it was a big knife. Actually, I brought this visual aid, like a kitchen knife. So it was big. So whoa, I'm sitting there, but then, like in a millisecond, I was thrown backwards, like 7 feet, and I landed on my feet, facing the other way from these three guys. So, the fight or flight instinct. Well, I was in full-on flight mode, but I only got about 2 strides when all of a sudden this otherworldly voice shouted in my head, "Turn and face them." And my body was pivoted around, so now I'm stopped and I'm facing these three guys with my sleeping bag, raised like this, and I shouted, "Hey!" Like in karate, like I had a set of nunchucks or something. This happened so fast that the three guys, they were just bewildered. And then it's just like silence. And finally, the guy with the knife, he said something in Swahili to the other two, and they kind of laughed and shook their heads, and then just, shuffled away. The way guys do when, they're in an embarrassing situation they don't understand. Whoa. So I'm standing there. I think I still had my sleeping bag up, and trying to figure out what the heck just happened. Now, well, I can say one thing. I've never jumped 7 feet flat-footed ever before in my life. And maybe you could explain that because of the adrenaline. But then how do you explain this otherworldly voice and this force that just turned me around and stopped me? Because I did track and field in high school, and I was fast. So myself, I wanted to run. Now, I mean, people talk about guardian angels, and I'm more than willing to believe in angels. I didn't see any angels, but I heard this voice and I experienced this force turning me around. And I don't know how to explain that. I think I learned a couple of things from this experience. Like one, don't make assumptions about unfamiliar cities. But I also realize, God's like working overtime to keep my hide intact, and He must have a reason for that. And that, just because we can't see something or understand it based on science, that doesn't mean that it doesn't exist or that it isn't real. So I just wanted to offer this experience because how does something like that happen? There isn't any physical explanation for it. And well, I thought it might be valuable for someone. I hope someone can use it.